Hello, my friend, and greetings from Cedar Falls High School as Cedar Falls Community Television is excited once again to provide you with high school athletics. It's volleyball tonight as the Cedar Falls Tigers host the Cougars of Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Hi, everybody. Mark Simpson with you, along with the man with the name and the knowledge, Jeremiah Longnecker, as we get set for this evening's match. This is part of a MVC quad, and so it's the best 2 out of 3 as the Tigers hosting Cedar Rapids Kennedy to start off today's action.
Well, it's a kind of a tournament of sorts. There's going to be no champion at the end, and yet it's like pool play. We're going to play 3 teams. You're going to play 2 out of 3, and it should be a really interesting night. It's not something we've seen before. This is in place of the MVC tournament, and they didn't want to put all those teams in all in one space. So a little bit different sort of event. Looking forward to it.
Initially, it was set up to have like the top teams at one school, the second-tier teams at another school, and the bottom tier at another. But because of the COVID-19 complications with the Iowa City schools, that couldn't happen. So this is what it was put in place. There's quads going on, 2 other quads taking place in the Valley tonight at Linmar and at Western Dubuque. And for the Cedar Falls Tigers, ranked number 3 in the state in Class 5A. They're 23-3 and 6-0 in the Mississippi Division of the Mississippi Valley Conference. They'll be taking on Kennedy, are 15-11, 3-5 in the Valley Division, and they have quite a story. They are the ultimate road warriors this year, as the derecho storm in August damaged their school's gymnasium, so they have not been able to play one home match this entire season. So they've had to go on the road at times, and that's their home match.
The only interesting thing about that is volleyball teams generally play the majority of their matches on the road anyway. You might get 5 or 6, but to have 0, that's unheard of.
Yeah, I would imagine that's been a bit of an adjustment for the Cougars this year. And Coach Robin Funk, who's now in her 2nd year as the head coach for Cedar Rapids Kennedy, said it's been kind of difficult at times for her seniors, and it has been a hard season at times.
Yeah, and you forget about the things like senior night and just where are we going today? Where are we going? And I suppose there's some monotony in it. But also some regularity in it. They have to have gotten used to it by now. So coming into the gym tonight, just ho-hum.
Robin Funk, by the way, is in the right-hand corner right there talking to her team. She's in her 11th year with the Kennedy program. Her 2nd year as head coach. Her assistants are Sarah Barrows, Jackie Sturtz, and Isaac Frazier. And for Cedar Falls, of course, coached by Matt Johnson, and he's put together another solid team coming off the state championship in 5A last year. And Coach Johnson has guided the Tigers to a 23-3 record.
Yeah, this is another team that's capable of going the distance. In talking with Coach Johnson, he's really happy with their progress. I thought one key thing that he mentioned is that the margin of error for this team is just less than it's been. And I don't think anybody who's watched this team would argue with that point. Said, he's really happy, likes this team a lot. Just they can't relax. It's not something that this team can do and get away with it.
And the Tigers coming off a competitive weekend. They're part of the Center Point Urbana tournament, which was part of that field was held here at Cedar Falls High School because they were going through some SATs at the Center Point Urbana school system. So that's the reason why the tournament was held there. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the start of the first set. This best 2 out of 3. This is Tiger Volleyball on Cedar Falls Community Television.
What's the easiest way to buy? The Witham way. That means stocking a wide selection of the area's top-selling pre-owned vehicles that fit any budget. From low-mileage cars to one-owner cars to local trades, we carry the vehicles you want. That's the Witham way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Smile, we love to see you smile, but every once in a while, your smile may need attention. With Campbell and Beecher, your smile is your best feature, and we'll give your whole family the dental care they need. Cedar Valley Smile, smile with Campbell and Beecher.
I grew up here in Cedar Falls and experienced Cedar Falls athletics as a student, now as a parent and community member. I have the pleasure in my role here at the Western Home Communities of serving several of my former teachers and administrators. Go Tigers!
Meet Linda. Linda just bought a smart home hub and was ecstatic to see her grandkids on their weekly chats. However, this grandma spends most of her time troubleshooting across time zones. Fortunately for Linda, technical support is right down the road. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system and connect all of her devices. Now, Linda can chat with her family and ask about their week instead of her password. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
And we're ready to start this first set. Best 2 out of 3. Cedar Falls taking on Cedar Rapids Kennedy, part of this Mississippi Valley Conference quadrangular. Mark Simpson along with Jeremiah Longnecker here on Cedar Falls Community Television. Let's take a look at the Kennedy schedule, and a little bit up and down. And they have got off to a good start, then had a nice run where they won 9 out of 10 matches. But then since struggled, losing 5 of their last 6 heading into tonight's quad.
Yeah, and you'll see on the schedule they have some good wins and some not so good losses. They've been competitive with a team like Hempstead. I got to believe for Coach Funk it's been a difficult year not knowing what to expect out of her team.
They do have some talent. They were a team that just was knocked out of the top 15 in Class 5A. So we are underway. Kennedy on the attack. They're concerned about Cedar Falls blocking. They said prior to the match.
As you say that, Mark.
The Tigers come up with the blocked shot by Ella Gertis. And a big swing by Anicia Smith, and that fell through.
We've just watched her get better and better. We've seen her go left side and right side throughout the season. As her confidence has grown in her game, she's been a big part of this Tigers attack.
Ryan Ludman in to serve for the Tigers, and it's a tough serve that cannot be returned. It's an ace, and Cedar Falls grabs a 2-0 lead.
Well, that's a good start. Ryan, one of the best at what she does in the state.
Set to the near side, a little tip blocked by the Tigers. Lena Aguilar. Cedar Falls, a little drop shot by Mahi. Should point out that's Halea Mahi, the center for the Tigers. As again, it's Smith getting the good pass and the kill.
Good chance that we'll see both of the Mahis tonight.
Halea and Nohea have kind of alternated throughout the course of the season as setters for Cedar Falls. Halea, the senior, and Nohea, the sophomore.
Different leadership styles, different delivery skills.
Good recovery by the Tigers.
Whoops.
And an awkward hit by Smith goes flying out of bounds after the drop shot by Megan Feldman for Kennedy. 3-1, Tigers on top. We play up to 25. If we go to a third set, we'd play up to 15. As Ellie Palma, 5'7" senior off the bench, comes in to serve. High set, and Smith can't clear the net.
And add middle to that. Almost exclusively we saw Smith as the left outside at the beginning of the season. We've seen her shift over, and first time I've seen her in the middle, Mark.
First time I can recall as well, as the Tigers strictly going to Smith here in this early portion of this first set. She's delivered for the most part. 4-2, Tigers on top.
Now she's one of the state's most efficient hitters.
See Halea Mahi, kind of a wrapped on her right hand as she gets ready for the jump serve that's long. 4-3 on the side out. Into serve, this is Riley Yeager, a 5'9 junior. Awkward hit, Tigers recover, and a strong hit put in play by the Tigers' Emmy Wedgbury.
You know, it's one of the things that she does so well. She's able to make a bad set look good. In this particular case, nobody's fault, but really without an angle, was able to still get the kill.
Lainey Nielsen with the serve. From the pin with the attack is Kennedy. Tigers go to Remmert with the drop shot. And coming up with the kill is Molly Joyner. Outside hitter for Kennedy, and it's 5-4.
Yeah, one Lainey Nielsen easily could have had. She knew it.
Izzy Presley, a 5'4 junior, now serving for the Cougars. Looking to tie things up. Mahi sets to the back row, and confusion on who was going to play it, and turns out to be a point for Kennedy, and we are tied at 5.
I thought the Tigers have really started off well. Their defense has been excellent. Mark, you mentioned their blocking has been really good. First loose point that they've played.
Back set, Wedgbury pushes it over, and the point.
You know, and part of that, too, is you watch the body control. Watch her keep herself. This isn't easy. All of a sudden, she's in a difficult spot. Good footwork.
Wedgbury, Gertis, and Remmert right now in the front row for the Tigers. Cedar Falls with Olivia Bronner, the libero serving, and it's an ace. 7-5. CF with the 2-point lead in this first set.
And Bronner is the leader in this team in several categories. She's right at the top when it comes to serving as well.
Again, problems with the handling the serve is Kennedy. Tigers go to Wedgbury on the right pin, and another kill for her.
You know, that is really one of the things that makes great teams great, is a play right there. You got a scramble situation. Really, it's anything but a point that's in control. You end up with a kill off a pretty darn good set.
Another ace, and Tigers now have extended their advantage to 4 points with the hard serving here of Olivia Bronner. Bronner continues to pick on Presley.
Excellent dig.
Quick set, drop, and the Tigers. Quick reaction by Remmert, able to tap it across. Good rally going on here. Remmert, little spin action. Now the Cougars with the attack, and it's long on the hitting error by Joyner, and the Tigers pick up a hard-armed point to make it 10-5.
It's just a fantastic point by the Tigers. They were everywhere, all over the floor. Defense kept them in it.
Now getting a break as it bounces off the net is Bronner, and 11-5, and it's 6-0 unanswered run by Cedar Falls, and that's enough for head coach Robin Funk, who calls a timeout. Well, our match tonight brought to you by a lot of great people, including Cedar Falls Utilities Fiber Home Broadband. CFU has been chosen as the fastest internet service provider in the country, according to the PC Mag. Now with 10 gig broadband available citywide. CFU offers outstanding customer service and reliability. Find out more at cfu.net.
I have an apology to make. I said that Olivia Bronner was tops on the team in serving. That's actually Lainey Nielsen, so I better get that cleared up.
Well, it takes a big man to say he's wrong.
Or one that knows that everybody has access to the statistics.
So Cedar Falls 6-0 run. Bronner has been Her serving has been critical in this stretch. The Tigers trying to pull away from Kennedy early.
Bronner, however, does lead the team in aces.
She's added a couple in this stretch. Again, serve reception out there for Kennedy, and Bronner going all out to dig that. And there's Joyner, though, responding with a big kill to end the rally for Cedar Falls.
Yeah, a rare occasion where the Tigers weren't able to read and get the block set. Just not quite getting over there in time was Gertis. Left the middle open.
Good pass by the setter, Mara Fluent.
Tough serve, great return.
Tigers try a little soft shot. Dug out by the Cougars. They bump it across. Mahi, quick set, and the attack. It's in. And Cedar Falls goes to the quick pass, which has always been effective under Matt Johnson, the head coach for Cedar Falls. Yeah. Right on the line.
Right on the line.
Big swing, and the Tigers. Oh, Mahi is fired up after that one. Halea Mahi says aloha.
We've seen this from the outset of this season. She's a superb defender.
Wedgbury with the serve. It's now 13-6, 14-6. As handling the Cedar Falls serving has been difficult so far for the Cougars of Kennedy. Tough angle. Harris with the attack. Bumped across. Tigers should get something good out of this. And Remmert trying to slice it across the court, but it's out of play.
Matt Johnson said that Katie's really been playing well over the last couple weeks.
Jaden Wood, the 5'6" senior libero, now serving for Kennedy.
Good read.
Remmert swinging hard. And the good defense by Wedgbury, digging that out. Now Remmert, and she'll get the kill. And it's Wedgbury, though, with that great dig to keep that volley alive. Tigers now up by 8, 15-7. 10 points away from taking this first set. Sarah Albaugh serving for the Tigers. Ranked number 3 in Class 5A. On the slide, and a good attack by the Cougars' Riley Yeager. Cedar Falls able to free ball the ball over. Big swing, and that's in on the corner. Well-placed shot by Allie Harris for the Cougars.
A little bit of a mishit, some good fortune. Looked like it was going to be out. Decided to not play it.
Fluent with the serve. Joust at the net. Big swing by Harris. Wedgbury. Mahi. Smith.
Oof. Mark, the Tigers look like they're in postseason form.
They look
the
sharp.
Activity on the floor right now, the energy level, enthusiasm that they're playing with. Boy, they look fantastic. 24 points into this game.
Ryan Ludman back in to serve. Kennedy, little drop shot and able to come away with the point. Megan Feldman.
Yeah, Mahi appreciates that, I would imagine.
Mahi has done that to several opponents throughout the course of the season.
That she has.
Ellie Palma, 5'7" senior, ready to serve for the Cougars. Down by 7, 16-9. Tigers playing well in this first set. Necia Smith adds to her kill total.
You know, her ability to sky over defenses. Again, she hits it at a high point. Her vertical is outstanding.
She's just been on target so far. Back set, and the big swing, and tattooing that one is Megan Feldman.
Yeah, it was a really well-disguised set as well.
17-10. Jaeger with the serve. Alea Mahi setting it up, and Wedgbury, the beneficiary of that nice pass, pounds that down.
It was, and I've talked about this so many times, that this heavy ball that Wedgbury hits. And we've seen players hit with more authority, but it just digs into players.
Back set, Feldman. Tough angle for Rammert, able to get it to the middle of the floor. Alea Mahi, I don't know if that was intentional, but I thought she was going to drop it, but knocked across by Cedar Falls' Lena Aguilar. The Tigers come up with that point. Watch that again. That was a pass to Aguilar. Okay. Wasn't sure if Aguilar intercepted that hit. Again, the big hit by Feldman, but out of bounds. The Tigers are rolling now, doubling up the Cougars, 20-10.
Yeah, well, they started off with, it was the defense that got them going right off the bat. Several blocks early in, and you start to feel suffocated.
Hind to the rafters. Oh, mercy.
Oh.
Into the net was Kennedy. Wow, watch the end of that.
Rimmert just reared back. Watch the authority when she takes that.
The libero, Jaden Wood.
Just a great set, too.
Asking, get the license plate on that vehicle. Going through a double block. Nicely done is Grace Tekow. 5'9" senior, middle hitter for the Cougars. 21-11. Tigers, double-digit lead. Izzy Presley coming off the bench to serve.
Again, seems like no big deal, but excellent.
And the block
all started with the serve reception.
Ends with the block party. Who got it? Maybe Wedgbury, it looks like.
I believe so.
Into serve.
Tough.
Bronner, and all out of sorts is Kennedy. They've seen enough of Olivia Bronner serving. It just sets you out of rotation if you just cannot control that serve. Off-speed hit. What a dig, and back onto the Cougars' side. Nicely done by Lady Nilsson. Back set, Wedgbury. This time it's Bronner who's in the back row there. But the hit is long, but Matt Johnson has to be happy with his team's defense.
If not, his expectations are higher than are realistic. Well, it was a great.
They gave the point to the Tigers. I thought
it was initially ruled out, Mark.
Okay.
For sure.
So this is it. Set point. 24-11. Alea Mahi setting it up. And Remmert. Hind to the rafters. And Tigers with another block. Bronner setting it up. And Remmert tools it off the hands of Fluent and out of play. And Cedar Falls very sharp as they pull away and win 25-11 to take this first set, this best 2 out of 3.
I'm going to take this to an extreme and say that's easily the best set the Tigers have played this year. At least on our broadcast, Mark. That was just outstanding volleyball.
25-11, Tigers with the victory. We'll be back with more right after this. This is CF Volleyball on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Meet Mike.
Hello.
Mike's the Iron Chef of his house. But instead of seasoning tonight's meal, Mike's getting peppered with demands from his family about their internet connection. Thankfully for Mike, this recipe calls for a dash of support. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system and provide Mike's family with tech support 24/7. Now, Mike can focus on tonight's meal without all the extra ingredients. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
What's the easiest way to buy? The Witham way. And that means offering you the convenience you need when shopping our 3 locations in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City. These locations mean always having the inventory you want when you want it. That's the Witham way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
I grew up here in Cedar Falls and experienced Cedar Falls athletics as a student, now as a parent and community member. I have the pleasure in my role here at the Western Home Communities of serving several of my former teachers and administrators. Go Tigers!
Tigers win the first set, 25-11. Last time they met, back in 2018, Tigers with an easy sweep over the Cougars. This is part of the Mississippi Valley Conference quads. Other sites tonight at Linn-Mar, Cedar Rapids Prairie, and Western Dubuque. Tigers looked very good winning that first set, trying to continue that momentum heading into set number 2. This is just the best 2 out of 3, so Tigers can make quick work with Kennedy and conserve some energy heading into the next 2 sets. Jake Grassley, our down official for this match. You always know it's a big match when Jay's in the gym. It's like Ed Hightower in the Big Ten years ago.
Yeah. Ed Hockey League.
That's right. The NFL. Underway, second set. Remmert with the attack. Harris blocked as Cedar Falls has dominated the net so far. And the Cougars able to return it, but well out of play, and it's a 1-0 lead.
The Tigers just smothered them defensively so far. It's been just a work of art and incredibly fun to watch.
Nielsen starting serve for the Tigers.
Well done.
And finding a little drop shot to fall in. About 4 or 5 Tigers around it. With the attack was Molly Joyner. 1-1 tie with Mara Fluent in the serve. Oh, mercy, Wedgbury with a bullet.
Well, she can rear back. My goodness.
Second time, Jaden Wood, the libero.
Bronner's been the beneficiary of a couple of kind chords so far.
3-1, another ace to add to her total. Back set, and Harris hits that. That was a double hit.
Double hit.
Called against the Cougars. 4-1, Tigers. Cedar Falls winning the first set 25-11. We are tied 5-5. Then the Tigers go on a 6-0 run and outscore Linn-Mar after that 5-5 tie, 20-6. Cedar Falls can do no wrong.
Kennedy did not play poorly in that first set. It wasn't as if they were knocking the ball over the place. The Tigers just gave them absolutely nothing.
Again off the net by Bronner.
All over that tape.
Attempt by Feldman, push back on the block. Quick set, and coming up with another point for the Tigers is Ellie Gertis. As Halea Mahi been pinpoint with her accuracy. And the Tigers cause Kennedy take an early timeout. 6-1 is our score. Now, what do you say if you're Matt Johnson? It's good.
Keep it up. You're doing a lot of things right. You know, you can see that there's a lot of positivity in the huddle right now. I see some smiles. That isn't always the case during timeouts. Yeah. You know, but let's call it for what it is. And you can tell he's in there just encouraging his girls to just keep it up. The He said the energy level is just outstanding.
Tigers coming in with a 23-3 record. Kennedy 15-11. And Kennedy said the battle, the fact that they have not had a home match all season as the derecho storm damaged the Kennedy Gymnasium. So every match has been an away match this year for the Cougars.
I had mentioned this on a couple of football broadcasts. My first venture into Cedar Rapids, it's unbelievable to see the damage from that storm.
Oh, that got in, and somehow
They're to split the hands of the block right through. Yeah, sure was.
Curtis. Accuracy. Bronner, it's about the 4th time her service hit the top of the net, and Cedar Falls with another block, and that's just got to be taking the air out of the balloon for Kennedy right now, because everything they're doing, the Tigers are rejecting, digging up, and just playing excellent volleyballs. They've raced out now to an 8-1 lead. Back set, and Harris wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, some miscommunication, and now you start to press.
9-1, CF. Olivia Bronner, 5'7" juniors, committed to the University of Northern Iowa and that outstanding volleyball program. It looks like Bronner went over the line, trying to dig that out.
Put her on the bench.
that ended an 8-0 run by the Tigers. 9-2. Ellie Palma, 5'7" senior, into serve. Adea Nahi setting it up for Remmert. Again, they go for Remmert on the near pin, and was out for shoulder or face. That was, watch this as Remmert. Look at Cedar Falls taking no prisoners.
So Mahi is on the money.
Wedgbury now in the serve, and she has a gun. 11-2.
She throws the changeup at him. Seen a little bit more of that out of this Tiger team. It's not something that we've seen in the past.
Wood. And now they set it up. And again, the Tigers with the rejection at the net. This time, Kennedy coming through with the block. Tigers are swinging hard. Mahi, back set, Wedgbury.
Wow.
High into the rafters. Can Kennedy return it? No. 10-point lead for Cedar Falls. Wedgbury. Now she is committed to play college volleyball at Northwestern in Orange City.
Tigers have completely taken the air out of Kennedy's attack.
13-2. This is not a horrible Kennedy team.
Not at all.
It's just the wheels have fallen off for them. 14-2, and Coach Robin Funk.
Well, this is
sensing just maybe the body language of Kennedy right now.
Excuse me, Mark. This isn't about just this match either. This is not the way you want your team to be performing at the tail end of the season. Now they've been loose lately with points, and their serve reception is just gone south. But prior to this point, I really don't think that they've played that poorly. The Tigers' defense has been that good.
Right now, Kennedy just controlling that first contact has just been next to impossible with this difficult serving by Cedar Falls.
Well, they've done a really good job of changing it up.
Let's take a look at the 5A rankings. See Tigers, number 3, looking up at Ankeny and Dowling Catholic. They're the yellow colored schools are the ones representing the Mississippi Valley Conference. And a shame there's no conference tournament this year. It would really competitive.
Yeah, it really would have.
Dropped.
I would imagine the rest of the MVC is a little upset about that too.
Yeah. Into the net, Kennedy, 15-2, Tigers. The buzzsaw right now over the Cougars. Wedgbury continues to serve. Wood setting it up.
Oh,
good.
All right.
Big by Wedgbury. And Remmert coming up with the kill. Was that not coming over the net?
Oh, well, it
did not.
Yeah, that's interesting. We haven't seen Katie hit with this much authority in her 2 years. Oh, what a dig.
Oh,
gosh.
Bronner. Tigers all over the court, but they cannot return it. Terrific dig there by Bronner, and a monster rip by Molly Joyner.
Ugh.
I'd imagine that's like in baseball. You hit one out, think it's out, and then the outfielder makes the catch.
That's right.
High set, Remmert. A little tip over the top.
Draw you in and dump it over. She's happy about that one, too. That's a lot of fun.
Tigers 8 points away from sweeping the set. Necia Smith into the front row for Cedar Falls.
Another great serve. That's Sarah Albaugh.
Albaugh, the 5'6" junior.
I hear a lot more from Albaugh this winter on that basketball team.
It's a nice attack by Kennedy. 18-4. Cedar Falls with the huge lead. Presley serving. And good recovery by Mahi. And the Tigers able to send it into the back row. It's a rarity. Consecutive points scored by the Cougars as Molly Joyner comes up with the kill.
You can count the number of balls in one hand that have hit the Tigers' side of the floor without being touched first. Oh, nice dig there, libero. Another block. Boy.
And Joyner again scores the point, 18-6. Some great defense that time by the libero, Wood.
Yeah, Joyner has looked the best of the hitters. Oh. Well, those aren't two you're going to worry about. Happens. Bronner, Wedgbury. Just a quick lapse.
4-0 run by Kennedy. Trying to make the score respectable. Leah Mahi to Necia Smith and tools it off the hands of Yeager. 18-8. Or excuse me, correction, 19-7 is our score. In to serve, Ryan Ludman. Wood bumps it across. High set on the left side, and there with the kill is Necia Smith.
And Mara Fluent just not able to handle Smith with the solo block.
High floater serve. On the run is Kennedy. On the slide, and they come up with the point. Kill made by Riley Yeager. 20-8. Tigers race down to an 18-3 lead. This will be a Tessa Timmerman, a 5'9 junior, defensive specialist serving. High set again. They go to the left pin, and Alicia Smith. Man,
Goodness.
got up in a hurry. What?
Goodness. What do you say to Coach then? What do you do? You just tip your cap, as they say.
Served by Ludman is out.
It was Alba, wasn't it?
Was that Alba?
Thought it was
Yes,
Sarah.
it was. It was 8, not 9.
Great dig. Yeah.
And Harris hits it. Went off the antenna. I thought that might have been out, but nope, they're going to give the point to Kennedy, make it 21-10.
This Kennedy team has some hitters, so it's not as if they're lacking in that category. Not that.
Smith on the other side of the court. Comes away with the kill, 22-10. 3 points away from the sweep, Cedar Falls. Here, part of this MVC quad. Lainey Nielsen in to serve. And it's an illegal pass. Double hit. 23-10. Tigers. Harris, drop shot, and that falls through. That's one way to handle that. Cedar Falls people in the net with that effective drop shot. Fluent serving. Mahi and the quick set and point by Aguilar.
That's a part of the offense that has made great strides as well. We really saw a hard time in the first part of the season executing that.
And a pass into the net, and that's it. Tigers win 25-11. Same score as the first set. So the Tigers sweep Kennedy quickly. Come away with their 24th victory of the year as they improved to 24-3. Kennedy, they fall to 15-12, and really impressive performance by Cedar Falls.
Yeah, you're not kidding. As good as of a defensive effort as I've seen in a while. Not just this year, in a long while. Yeah, they were just outstanding from the get-go.
So a lot of positives for Cedar Falls: passing, defense, serving. And Cedar Falls with the enthusiasm as they come away with a nice victory. The sweep over Kennedy here at the MVC Quad. Hope you enjoyed our coverage of this match between Tigers and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. And Cedar Falls comes away with the win for our Cedar Falls Community Television crew. For Jeremiah Longnecker, I'm Mark Simpson. You've been watching Tiger Volleyball on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Your smile is the most important thing to us. A smile is your greatest accessory. A smile lights up a room. A smile is confidence. It's a symbol of love, a friendly face, happiness, and so much more. Let us keep your smile healthy. Kimball and Beecher Family Dentistry. We love to see you smile.
What's the easiest way to buy? Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City. These locations mean always having the inventory you want when you want it. That's the Witham way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by
Meet Susie.
Hello.
Susie couldn't wait to unwind with her newest thriller novel. Too bad the only villain in this story was her suspect router. Overwhelmed by options and technical jargon, Susie needed to crack the case of the router's riddle. Thankfully for Susie, this mystery is easy to solve. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system to optimize coverage for her home. Now, Susie can get back to playing detective in any room of her house. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
Hello, my friend, and greetings from Cedar Falls High School, as Cedar Falls Community Television is excited to provide you with high school volleyball coverage. Part of the MVC quad taking place at the Cedar Falls High School. Terrific matchup as the Cedar Falls Tigers hosting the Saints of Cedar Rapids Xavier. A couple of highly ranked teams meeting in this quad, in this best 2 out of 3. Mark Simpson along with Jeremiah Longnecker, and Cedar Falls coming in ranked number 3 in the state in 5A. Xavier number 1 in Class 4A.
That's what we're here for, Mark. Should be an awful lot of fun.
Both teams playing well, and we are underway. As Xavier with the big height advantage. Tigers can play hope to have some scrappy play and wear them down with their defense. Twice they go to the near side, and it's Eva McGill. Back-to-back hard swings, and the Saints pick up the point.
Yeah. McGill, you see, she brings some length to the floor.
Alea Mahi going to Smith. Dug out in the back row, and overpass, and putting down the kill is Gertis.
Oh, we just watched the Tigers dispose of Cedar Rapids Kennedy in 2 straight. Only gave up 22 points, but this is a little different foe. The Xavier team is a strong volleyball tradition. They've been outstanding lately. The number 1 in front of their name is no accident.
Serving for the Cedar Falls Tigers, Ryan Ludman. And from the outside and hitting it long, Jasmine Yamakowski. Junior middle. 2-1, Cedar Falls, Ludman serving. Tigers played very well in a 2-set sweep over Cedar Rapids Kennedy, and Cedar Falls gets the big block, and there's Lena Aguilar with the great defense.
Well, and that's what they did the best in the match against Kennedy. The solo, but the help from Mahi is such a terrific defensive setter. Just don't get that out of setters all that often.
Saints go to the outside, and the big swing, and it's McGill making it 3-2.
Yeah, little did Smith know that Ryan Ludeman was right there for it.
McGill, 6'5" senior. She is committed to play for Creighton in the Big East Conference. Here to serve is Katie Garrison. Halea Mahi with a little drop shot, and McGill says, no, I've watched that before with you playing.
Well played by McGill. You said it. She's right there ready for that play.
We're tied at 3. Garrison with the serve. High set, Anicia Smith, and that's an impressive block put in play by Elise Winter. I don't see too many rejections on Anicia Smith.
No, you don't. This is a team that brings some height to the table. Tigers not particularly tall, but you wouldn't call them short either.
Tigers go to Smith, and again, same results. As a block by Winter. And now it's a 4-0 run by Cedar Rapids Xavier. Alea Mahi drop shot coming out of nowhere with the good dig is Yamakowski, and that leads to another point. So good run here by Cedar Rapids Xavier. 6-3 is our score. Oh, and it looks like Halea Mahi may have re-injured her right wrist. It's heavily taped. She fell to the floor, and
that I'm not sure she wants some.
Or she lose something. Contact.
Ah, yes.
I wish she was holding it. She was holding the contact. I thought she may have hurt her wrist.
I thought the same thing. Then I thought maybe she wanted the tape cut off. Going further to prove why speculation is oftentimes
Yeah, I could not do that.
worthless.
I'm sure. You ever worn contacts?
I have, yes.
Was that difficult?
Yes.
Sticking that in there?
Yes.
I don't know if I could do that.
Yes.
Or it'd take a while to get used to that. Garrison serving. Saints on a roll, up 6-3. Tigers, just a soft shot. The Nets moving back and forth. And again, Cedar Falls into the net, and it's a 7-3 lead.
No, it was Xavier into the net.
Oh, correction. Point Cedar Falls, 6-4. Tigers serving. McGill, big swing, and Tigers can't run it down. Confusion on who was going to play it.
Yeah, Wedgbury thought somebody else was going to get there, so she assumed her position outside.
7-4. Austin Filer, the head coach for Xavier, very animated on the sidelines. Necia Smith this time gets through the block.
It's just a phenomenal play on the part of Mahi here. Watch this. Off the court, perfect set to her teammate.
We've seen Halea Mahi, the senior setter, throughout so far in this quad. Her younger sister, Nohea Mahi, has also played through frequently throughout the course of the season as McGill has her attempt partially blocked, slowing down the progress. Remmert, good kill. There to handle it is Winter. Back set, Tigers with Wedgbury. Good defense by the Saints. And Winter with the swing. Tigers able to chase it down, and free ball bumped across by Remmert. And McGill.
Ah, look at that.
Bronner.
What a great dig.
Oh, we got a great volley going on here. Winter now at the swing, and it's out of play.
What a heck of a point.
Watch the defense right there, Bronner.
And from the beginning of the season, Matt Johnson said, listen, if we're going to do this, it's going to have to be with defense.
We got number 3 in 5A versus number 1 in 4A. And making her presence felt. There's Maya Carl.
Leads the team in efficiency. Doesn't get as many attempts as some of her teammates, but she's been good.
Macy Cadlick with the serve.
Well done.
Mahi back set. Wedgbury, Winner. Oh, some high caliber volleyball going on between these two schools.
Yep. So the best two teams in the MVC. This is, for all intents and purposes, for the MVC title.
Joust at the net, and into the net was Xavier, and the Tigers get the point, and it's 8-8.
Well, we spoke with Matt Johnson. He said the margin for error of this team is small. We can beat anybody when we play well, but we can't go out and be sloppy.
Block at the net by Remmert. Winner, drop shot. Mahi plays it. High set by Bronner, and Remmert gets the point. The Tigers got a good roll going on right now.
That they do. And the energy has been there through both matches thus far on this Tuesday evening.
Bronner,
great play.
Great save by the Saints. As Remmert, the big swing, and Tigers now 4 straight. They lead now 10-8. Been a good rotation for Cedar Falls. Helps when you have Olivia Bronner serving.
That it does.
Quick set. Oh, Tigers with the dig by Nielsen.
It's a thing of beauty.
Gertis gets the point.
What an outstanding dig by Nielsen. It sets this whole thing up.
11-8. Bronner serves. Tigers now their biggest lead at 3 points. And Winner gets it in. Elise Winner was committed to South Dakota State. Very athletic, tall Cedar Rapids Xavier team.
There have been some other winners who have gone through Xavier. I'm guessing there's some relation there.
Wedgbury with a big hit, and unable to return it are the Saints off the rafters. 12-8. That's enough for Coach Filer. He wants a timeout at Cedar Falls. Correction, 12-9 is our score. 12-9. Cedar Falls on top. A lot of well-played action here at Cedar Falls High School between these two powerhouses. And right now, defensively, Cedar Falls getting the job done. That has to be the real story here. But you see the difference when McGill's not in the rotation.
Yeah, no doubt. Even though the Tigers dropped a match this past weekend to a Davenport Assumption team that is also highly ranked in 4A, Matt Johnson loved what he saw at his team. So they dropped the first couple of games, fought back, got one. Just really thought that they showed great resolve and played really well in their last match against Columbus Catholic there. And so even though they didn't go and win that tournament, he really felt like there was more positive than negative that came out of that. As a matter of fact, he had no negative to say about what happened this weekend.
Last time these two teams met, it was in the Mississippi Valley Conference Finals. A sweep by the Tigers. Wedgbury serving. Ooh, big hit by Martin. Or Carl, correction. And getting the point are the Saints. Attempted block by Adea Mahi goes off her hands. So the timeout works. 12-10. Xavier down by 2, but serving. Attack from the 3-meter line, and Wedgbury. That was an awkward hit. She was kind of stepping backwards, able to get a lot of velocity on that right-handed hit.
It just doesn't impact her, it seems. She could be doing a one-handed cartwheel and come out of it and be able to put something on it. And she's just such a crafty player.
Sarah Albaugh, 5'6" junior, serving. Tigers trying to take this important first set. High set. There's a winner. They've been going to her a lot on the pin, and she hits it out of play, and the Tigers now up by 4, 14-10.
An extremely important first game when you're talking about best of 3. Both teams want this one.
And winner blocked by Cedar Falls. And winner get a big hit. Third time.
Oh, look at this.
And the Tigers managed to get it across. Off the rafter. And it's been a friend for Cedar Falls so far.
Garrison just frustrated over on that side. They gave her multiple opportunities. Just not able to get it home.
I think I said winner. Katie Garrison, correction, was the attacker that time for Xavier. There's Garrison right at Bronner. Cedar Falls, third hit. Free ball bumped across. Set by Yamakowski, and that leads to the attack and the kill by Ivester.
The Tiger defense has taken a little wind out of the sails of Xavier, who is far from out of this at this point in time, but it was a pretty fired up Saints team early on.
Yamakowski with the serve. Smith.
Oh,
mercy. Coach Filer, he wants a timeout. He wants to throw his clipboard.
Yes, he does. Mark, you had a chance to talk to him earlier. What was that conversation like?
He was, felt like his team going into the match was playing very well. He thought that his team had to get over the hump against Cedar Falls. They've lost some big matches here in the past, and he felt that this is their best chance to do so.
Well, most of the crowd gets to hear the message. This timeout is a very public one.
Yeah.
So
he's not happy. That's the second timeout. He's not happy defensively. There's that hit by Smith. I'm not sure if they didn't like the placement on the block attempt.
I don't think the block got down the line. I think that we've already seen that. They want McGill to make sure that line's getting taken away, and she did not. I'm feeling that she was maybe who that message was sent to.
Tigers serving. Their biggest lead, 5 points. And there's Garrison ending the rally just like that.
Yeah, well, that's ending it with authority.
Garrison, who's committed to William Jewell College in Missouri, a Division II school. 6'1", right side hitter.
Well, as a coach, it becomes personal. And I was in many of these before where a team gets you, and year after year, you feel like that there's that one team. Boy, that was almost a gift.
Oh, great dig again by Bronner. She's been spectacular.
She has.
A big swing, and there's Eve McGill.
Now she's tough to slow down.
16-13. Saints responding well after that timeout. Their coach very verbal on his squad. High set by Mahi. Dug out in the back row by Garrison. Now McGill, and the point.
Now the timeout has worked. Xavier's come out. 3 straight points.
16-14. Tigers ranked number 3 in 5A. The Saints number 1 in 4A. Mahi sets it up, and Smith able to recover. But I thought it was last touched. It was not, and it's a point for the Saints.
Set just a little wide of Anicia. She wasn't able to make the adjustment.
So Garrison sparking a rally. Tigers able to play it off the rafter and get it over on the third hit. Garrison, Lursey, Saints charging back. 5 straight points, and Matt Johnson, now he will call a timeout. It's the Saints. They are marching here at Cedar Falls. 16-16 is our count.
Coaches know their teams, and obviously Matt Filer knew something about his team and what they needed. People don't always like getting yelled at. Parents don't always like their kids getting yelled at. Sometimes it works.
So how will Cedar Falls respond right now? As we are now tied after the Saints have put together a good string.
Yeah, lots of ways to make it work on the coaching end, and Matt Johnson, that's not really his style. He's not going to berate his kids generally in front of the fans. He's going to come out and say, this is what we need to do.
Well, this is the marquee match of this quad.
Without a doubt.
At Cedar Falls, and probably the match that I think most of the coaches in the Mississippi Valley Conference are most likely to be looking at afterwards to see who won this. Here's Katie Garrison.
And Tigers need a point, no doubt.
High set. Nicia Smith hits it out of bounds, and Xavier grabs a 1-point lead. Now we're in that stretch where every point really becomes important. So we play up to 25. Tigers trying to get that momentum back. Yamakowski setting it up, and look at McGill from the 3-meter line. And another, Matt Johnson was up quickly. I thought he was going to call a timeout, but just talking to his team, and it's now Xavier up by 2. 7-0 run by the Saints. And it's an ace. Now the Tigers will make a substitute as Remmert will come in. Albaugh out. Trying to stop the serving here of Katie Garrison. Wedgbury, Mahi, high set, Nicia Smith, and double hits. And Matt Johnson will use his second timeout as the Saints. Boy, they had a Tigers were up 16-11 and really playing well. The timeout, Coach Filer got in his team's face, and they have run off 9 straight points.
Yeah, it's interesting the momentum and the shifts and how the ebb and flow of volleyball goes. And Xavier came out and just started hitting with authority. The focus was there. Tigers just trying to hang in there.
And hoping this timeout will slow down Garrison, who's been incredibly effective. And a lot of the weapons, including Eve McGill.
McGill's been big part of it. This is a big point here. It looked like the Tigers are going to be in good shape. McGill able just to almost flat-footed put that ball away for the kill. But again, it's this response. You know, what are you going to do here? You're down. Are you out? How do you fight? Where do you find yourself? You know you're going to be this in this position down the road at some point in time.
Halea Mahi setting it up. Remmert. Oh, and the individual block put in play by Ivester. 21-16. 10 straight by the Saints. The Tigers look for Anicia Smith. Able to dig it out. That's going to be a tough play, and they won't return that one.
It seems like about 15 minutes since the Tigers put their last point on the board.
21-17. And Halea Mahi trying to bring the Tigers back from behind. She's serving. Quick passing and a swing by McGill. High set, and again, just the height by the Saints. Looked like she blocked it at the elbow. It was Ivester. 22-17. Pat Johnson talking to his squad. Tigers need a run here. And Wedgbury, can she start the rally? She gets the kill. 22-18.
Again, her eyes for the defense. She knows where it is that she needs to go, and we've seen her hit, and rear back, and get after it tonight. We saw it probably with more authority than ever.
Lainey Nielsen, tough serve, handled by the Saints. Miller. Wow, there's nothing you can do on that.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why she's going to play D1 volleyball. You know, at 6'5".
Tigers have had a few good players over the years where we just take it for granted how tough they are.
What an effort.
Their swings. Cedar Falls able to get it over. Down by 5 and goes out of play.
Well, you got to keep them off 24. Just keep them off that number.
Tigers down by 4. This is the rotation that worked well with Bronner serving. Quick swing. Tigers run it down. Bronner setting it up. Olivia Remmert blocked. Tigers will try it again. The other side from the right pin. And again. The Saints get a hand. And they look like getting the block that time was Carl.
They have to give a lot of credit to Xavier and what they've accomplished. They were down 5 to an awfully good Tiger team who hasn't exactly given this to them either.
Winter serving. Set. And Remmert with the swing. Returned by the Saints, and that's going to be out of play. And Xavier comes away with a victory in the first set.
I don't believe so. I think they were into the net, Mark.
Stop the celebration. It's 24-20 Saints. Wedgbury. Garrison. That'll close the door. And the Saints get a big win. 25-20 in the first set. As they knock off Cedar Falls, Tigers have to win this next set to stay alive. We'll be back with more right after this. This is Cedar Falls Tiger Volleyball on Cedar Falls Community Television.
What's the easiest way to buy? The Witham way. That means stocking a wide selection of the area's top-selling pre-owned vehicles that fit any budget. From low-mileage cars to one-owner cars to local trades, we carry the vehicles you want. That's the Witham way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Smile, we love to see you smile, but every once in a while, your smile may need attention. With Campbell and Beecher, your smile is your best feature, and we'll give your whole family the dental care they need. Cedar Valley Smile, smile with Campbell and Beecher.
I grew up here in Cedar Falls and experienced Cedar Falls athletics as a student, now as a parent and community member. I have the pleasure in my role here at the Western Home Communities of serving several of my former teachers and administrators. Go Tigers!
Meet Linda. Linda just bought a smart home hub and was ecstatic to see her grandkids on their weekly chats. However, this grandma spends most of her time troubleshooting across time zones. Fortunately for Linda, technical support is right down the road. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system and connect all of her devices. Now, Linda can chat with her family and ask about their week instead of her password. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
Cedar Rapids Xavier wins the first set, 25-20 in this best 2 out of 3. Tigers looking to respond after the Saints, who trailed by 5, 16-11 halfway through that first set with a 10-0 run, and then kind of dominated the latter part of that match, or that set, I should say, to win 25-20. So they went on that 14-4 run to close it out. They seem to have the momentum right now. And Coach Filer was able to flip the right switch after that second timeout to get his team playing very well.
He's got a lot of weapons, no doubt. And, the key to being a good coach is utilizing those and making sure they're in the right frame of mind. And he remedied that midway through the first set.
Serving is Cedar Falls, Lainey Nelson. Play up to 25. And Garrison.
Well, Garrison was stymied early in that set. And then the timeout came, and she was unstoppable.
There's Yamakowski with the serve. Remmert down the line. She's fired up as the Tigers tied at 1. Good passing by Mahi.
Again, that is what has upset Coach Filer of Xavier, is when they haven't gotten the block and taken away the line. That's what he was upset with Garrison about there.
That was legal as they're able to get it across. Look at that.
I don't think anybody thought that was. All body parts are.
Yeah,
kind of chicken winged it.
McGill trying to get out of the way there, and it's a 2-1 lead for Cedar Falls. Yeah, you can kick the ball over at times, use your head. McGill, that big swing on her tall, lanky frame as she is listed at 6 feet, 5 inches tall.
Yeah, it'd be easy to say that she reminds people of Elena Yates, and certainly her height does. Quite honestly, she reminds me a little bit more of Emmy Wedgbury. You watch the ease in which it happens.
And knocking it out of play is Wedgbury.
You see so few hitting errors out of Emmy.
The Saints have blocked multiple Tiger shots, and I think Cedar Falls might be thinking a little bit too much at times with their swings. Mahi sets it up. Little drop shot. And that's Gertis.
I'm not sure it was an intentional, but the outcome was the same.
Yeah. I don't think she hit that right.
Nah.
It falls through for the Tigers, so we're tied at 3. Yamakowski setting it up. McGill cannot get anything on that. And it's a point. Cedar Falls up 4-3. Tigers down 1-0. Tigers ranked number 3 in 5A. The Saints number 1 in 4A. Boy, that looked like a carry, didn't it?
I thought so as well. Yamakowski just about got run over by her teammate.
You see Cadlick with that first contact. Watch the ball just kind of stop.
Yeah.
5-3. Wedgeberry. I think that's the first serving error I can recall of Cedar Falls so far.
I think you're right, and I wasn't going to say it earlier.
5-4. Both teams won. This is part of a quadrangular. Both teams winning their first set with the Saints sweeping Cedar Rapids, Washington, the Tigers sweeping Kennedy.
I don't know that Emmy thought that was coming her direction. You got the chance to see the footwork. She shuffled the feet a little bit as if she was not anticipating that.
It's a fourth tie, 5-5. High set, Remmert. That's out of play.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times now. Tigers trying to be a little too fine. As you mentioned, anticipating the block.
And Xavier with the 1-point lead. Great dig by Bronner and the Tigers. Nielsen bumps it across.
Has Bronner been just fantastic.
There's Carl with the kill. Oh, Remmert saves it, and Cedar Falls gets it across. Tigers playing scrappy. Again, Bronner on her stomach, able to dig it out, and the Tigers return it.
Oh, that's winning volleyball now.
Oh, Tigers, can they get a good swing?
And they, wow, what a great point. Matt Johnson up applauding his team's defensive effort, and you love it when all that effort pays off in a point.
Tigers were on their heels, it seemed like, until that last swing by Remmert. They get the point.
You know, you don't always play a great point and win, but it's nice when you do.
Sarah Albaugh serving for the Tigers. We're tied at 6 in the second set. Bronner is there, positioned
Where
well.
isn't she?
Oh, and Anicia Smith fights that through a double block.
Yeah, she listened to you, Mark. You know what? Just hit through it. That's right.
And Bronner, the libero, she has been all over it tonight.
Well, she leads the state in digs. And tonight is a good example as to why it is. My goodness.
Got a piece of it to give the Tigers just a chance on a huge swing by Eve McGill. Tied at 7. Teams exchanging points. It's our 6th tie. Taylor Marlin serving. 5'9" senior. That was a tough serve.
Oh,
wow.
Goodness.
Hadea Mahi somehow gets it across. Fires. He's fired up after that. Why not? That was really nice. 8-7. Cedar Falls leads by 1. And hitting it into the net was Ludman. 8-8. This is Elise Winter, 6 foot 1 inch senior. Xavier. They're one of those teams, they get off the bus and you're like, wow.
Yeah, you are right.
All the 6-footers on this team. Pass goes into the net. Cedar Falls cannot control it. And Xavier up by 1, 9-8. Saints, they win. They get the sweep over the Tigers. Wedgeberry, Mahi, and Smith ties it at 9.
I don't care what you're swinging, whether it's your arm, it's a racket, it's a club, it's a baseball. You got to do it with confidence. And Anicia seemed to have lost it for about half a set, but now it's back.
Tied at 9. Little drop shot by Yamakowski. Tigers are there. Now they go to Carl and gets the point.
When you see the Tigers having a difficult time getting the block set simply because of the weapons for Xavier, and a lot of solo blocks. Now that might be by design as well.
A joust at the net, and the taller Saints win that with Katie Garrison. 11-9, the Saints
Year in and year out, nobody receives serve better than Cedar Falls. A little trouble in this match.
Brooklyn Miller, tough serve, just clears the net. Yamakowski again with the tough drop shot, which leads to the point.
Aguilar just mistimed it there.
And a quick timeout by Matt Johnson. It's a 3-0 run by the Saints. 12-9 is our count. It's the top-ranked Saints in 4A with the advantage. You got to look at the Saints with the regionals coming up. One of the favorites to take Class 4A this year.
Yeah, it's going to be they're either going to play poorly or somebody's going to have to be awfully good to beat them. This is a very, very good Saints club, and we saw a lot of these girls in the last year.
Here you look at the schedule this year for Xavier. Lost 3 in a row at one point. That was a tough tournament for them.
No kidding. That was loaded.
And they lost to top-ranked Dowling Catholic. But playing well against the 5A third-ranked Cedar Falls Tigers, up by 3. Anicia Smith ends the Saints 3-0 run. 12-10. First match, Tigers really played well. They were up 16-11. Saints used their final timeout. Their coach, Austin Filer, was very vocal in his team. He was upset. The Saints responded with a 10-0 run. Never looked back as they won 25-20. So Tigers with a hitting error. Back to a 3-point lead for Xavier. Jasmine Yamakowski, veteran player, 5'9" senior with the serve. Back set, Wedgbury. Wedgbury enjoying a terrific senior season.
Yeah, she sure is. She does it all.
I saw a few glimpses last year, but it wasn't her time to be the step into the spotlight.
Oh, and you got the Gatorade Player of the Year nationally. It's going to take a little attention away.
But she has really played well. And Garrison puts the Saints up by 3, 14-11. Garrison again is committed to William Jewell. McGill is committed to Creighton. Winter to South Dakota State, and Yamakowski to Tennessee Tech.
Well, that's why they're good.
Yeah.
We've been watching that the last few years, Mark. Athletes all over the place, attending schools near and far.
14-12, Tigers trying to cut in the lead. That's a tough pass by the pin, but able to handle that of the Tigers. Double hit, though, called against Cedar Falls.
It's a couple on the match. See that very often.
15-12. Bella Music, 5'10" junior, coming off the bench to serve. Coach Filer's team.
Yeah, tough left-handed serve, too.
Another block by Carl. And McGill. Yep. She made the mistake there. Gertis went too soft in that second hit.
Yep.
So now it's a 4-point advantage for the Saints.
McGill's been ready for that.
So the southpaw serving.
Oh.
Remmert. Oof. Mercy. That's a tattoo there. It's 16-13.
It's when you just rear back and go.
A 3-point lead seems really big, doesn't it?
Make them block your best. I agree, Mark. Yeah. We've just seen they've played a really tight match as Xavier. Not very many free points.
Alba serving. Yamakowski to McGill. Bronner able to slow it down, but the Raptor provides problems, and the Tigers unable to return it. 17-13.
McGill's versatile too. She can hit from both sides. See her in the middle.
Marlin now serving for Xavier. Good dig there by Winter. Free ball bumped across. Now they look for Winter. And last touch. Now Saints pulling away. 18-13. They won the first set, 25-20.
Yeah, Tigers need to do something to stem the tide here.
Free ball. Quick set. Rejected again by the Saints. That's Winter or Carl in the middle. Great defense by Xavier. Mahi setting up Smith. And her hit out of play. 19-13, and Coach Johnson for Cedar Falls will use his final timeout as the Saints now have extended their advantage to 6 points.
Yeah, and you know what you look for is those nonverbals, and you watch look in the Tigers huddle to see, where are they at? They still locked in? They still feel like they have a chance? Or is this a team that's starting to feel like things are slipping away? And that's how it is that you're going to treat this timeout.
Matt Johnson nominated as the Iowa representative for the National Federation of State High School Associations Volleyball Coach of the Year. Of course, last year guided the Tigers to that incredible season, 44-1 in the Class 5A state championship. The Tigers coach nominated by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa High School Athletic Association.
I asked Matt what he thought of this form, and he says, well, I better like it. I was a huge endorser of it. He was one of those people that really wanted it.
The quads you're talking about?
Yeah, the quads. He said, we spend so many 12-hour days in gyms. One less one's a whole lot better for everybody.
And difficulty for Cedar Falls. Another hitting attack, and it's a 20-13. 7-point lead right now for Xavier. And Gertis able to get that one through. A little frustration hit. Well, Tigers still have life, but not pulse a little soft right now. They got to come with a big run here. Ryan Ludman serving. Quick set, and just like that, Carl with the kill.
Well, Carl has not even been close to a focus of the attack, and yet she's their most efficient hitter. This team just has a lot of weapons.
She is a stone face,
yeah.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
Usually see a lot of celebrations afterwards. She's an assassin. No reaction. And that's going to be out of play. See, Coach Filer, if I recall, he played collegiate volleyball. He has that tall, lanky frame as well.
Hey. It's like a guy that just knocked it around. Making Mahi play. All right, well.
Consecutive points have been hard to come by for Cedar Falls, 21-16. Coach Filer
taking no chances.
Yeah, he wants to close the door here on this talented Cedar Falls squad. Matt Johnson talking to his team. Cedar Falls coming into this match 24-3. And despite all the problems with COVID-19, that's a pretty good record for Cedar Falls to get that many matches in.
Yeah, I agree.
Coach Filer talking to his club. Again, they are ranked number 1 in Class 4A. They just moved into the top spot, replacing Sergeant Bluff Luton. Postseason play coming up here very soon. Both these teams have been perennial visitors to the state tournament. Down by 5. And Garrison coming away with the kill. Yeah, McGill, Garrison, Carl. I mean, then you got Ivester. I mean, they got a lot of talent. This is
if Xavier goes on to win this match, they have earned it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Well done.
That looked
You
like
never know what Wedgbury is going to pull out of her sleeve.
Knuckleball hit. Finds the far corner.
Not a guy all over there.
Nielsen with the serve. Tigers setting it up, looking for Olivia Remmert. Garrison. Back set. Saints again slow it down with a hand at the net. And they come away with the point.
Ivester hasn't been an enormous part of the offensive attack either, but you know she's capable. 84 kills on the year. That's kind of a big one.
Yamakoski with the serve and the overpass. And now we are at match point. Easy play for McGill. You really can't fault Mahi that time.
No.
It's just got a girl 6'5" right at the net. Yamakoski trying to finish it up for the Saints. Miller setting it up. McGill bumps it across. Tigers with the attack. And out of play. 24-18. Well, we got Bronner. Crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
And she can get on a roll with her difficult serving. But right now, it looks good for the Saints. And McGill with the swing. Mahi setting it up. Wedgbury blocked. Tigers will try it again. We'll go to the near side, and Remmert's attempt out of, last touch, says the up official.
Yeah, Matt Filer shakes his head in agreement.
Watch it again. Jay Grassley with the call. Tigers staying alive, but just barely. Garrison. Oh, good dig by Mahi.
Oh.
And Bronner with the
Tigers in the net.
And that will end the match as the Saints win. Look good.
Yeah, they did. That was a super impressive effort on their part. You could tell they came in with something to prove, and they did. They're going to be a force.
So the Saints win 25-20, 25-19. I'm not sure the Tigers played bad.
I agree.
They just the Saints really provide a lot of problems with all the talent they have.
I just think they're a more sizable version of the Tigers. They play with similar energy and defensive effort and those things. But height counts in this sport, and this isn't a particularly tall Tiger team. And we've seen what Cedar Falls has done to other teams, in a similar situation.
So Xavier wins 25-20, 25-19. As the Tigers drop to 24-4 on the season. Hope you enjoyed our match. A lot of great shots by our incredibly talented Cedar Falls Community Television crew. For Jeremiah Longnecker, I'm Mark Simpson, and you've been watching high school volleyball on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Thanks for watching the Tigers on Cedar Falls Utilities, Channel 15.
The middle, Ostrich is free. Give him 6.
We're thankful for customers who choose CFU Cable TV. It's because of you that we can produce high-quality local high school sports.
Oh, what a catch. Wow. Trey Campbell.
This year we know it's especially important to have high school games on TV and online. Because of community support, we're able to provide a full slate of high school sports.
Daniel Hutchins in the open. Gets past the defense and he takes it all the way.
So thanks for being a CFU TV customer, and go Tigers!
Welcome and greetings from Cedar Falls High School, as Cedar Falls Community Television is excited to provide you with high school athletics. It's volleyball as Cedar Falls hosting the Cedar Rapids Washington Warriors. Mark Simpson along with the man with the name and the knowledge, Jeremiah Longnecker. Jeremiah, this is the third match of the evening for Cedar Falls, part of this Mississippi Valley Conference quadrangular.
Yeah, it's been a really fun evening. Tigers have gone 1-1, really disposed of Kennedy easily, lost a tough one to Cedar Rapids Xavier in that second match, and now they get a chance to take on Cedar Rapids Washington to go 2 out of 3.
The Tigers looking to bounce back after a loss to the top-ranked team in Class 4A, Cedar Rapids Xavier. Big favorite against a Washington team that's struggled. And the Tigers just hoping they can continue the momentum they've built tonight.
Yeah, and we've done both of those matches. The Tigers did not play poorly in that 2-set loss to Cedar Rapids Xavier. Xavier was on a mission. They were just fantastic. Tigers, I thought, really played pretty darn well.
Cedar Falls will be serving first. Delaney Nilsson. And the Warriors set a joust at the net, controlled a couple times by the Tigers. Cedar Falls looking for their 25th victory of the year. They come in at 24-4. While the Warriors just 4-24. Long volley, and the Tigers come up with the point.
Yeah, unlike the first two matches, this is one that begins really without any doubt about what the outcome will be. It's a Warrior team that they just don't have the weapons or the consistency to stick with the Tigers. But Matt Johnson's going to want to see how his team responds to a 2-set loss to Xavier. They had a long conversation after the previous match, and we'll see what they implement.
Cedar Falls beating Wash in a 3-set sweep a few weeks back on a match we did here on Cedar Falls Community Television, and Wash got swept, but recall in the final set, they gave Cedar Falls all sorts of problems.
They did.
Nearly pulled it out. Tigers getting off to a good start. Wedgeberry with the kill, 3-0. Tigers with the advantage. Last time they met, there's the scores on September 15th. Tigers winning by scores of 25-12, 25-15, 25-19. But they trailed late in that match before they went on a late run to pull away. Starting at Cedar for Cedar Falls, this match is Nohea Mahi, older sister Halea, started the first 2 sets of this quadrangular.
Well, as Matt Johnson said, as we talked about the Cedar situation, he said, listen, we got 2 girls with very different styles. There's nice pictures of both of them. Different styles, different leadership qualities. They're just very different players. And who gets the time on the floor will be dictated by the kind of match that they're in.
Deja Redmond's kill attempt goes long, and Cedar Falls out to a quick 5-0 lead over the Warriors. Their pink uniforms tonight. Cedar Falls celebrates after an ace serve by Nielsen. And head coach Sean Martin, he's the interim coach right now for Wash, quickly calls it timeout. There's Coach Martin in the blue shirt. And he is a bundle of energy. We enjoyed watching him on the sidelines.
Yeah, he's like the Energizer Bunny over there, and highly animated, and just like that all night.
Yeah. He interim coach. He coached the sophomore team last year at Washington, freshman team the year prior. He's spent 10 years in the Washington program. Also coached 3 years at Benton Community. Of course, Matt Johnson, now in his 7th year as the head coach for the Tigers after a successful run of 10 years at Charles City. After the timeout, Cedar Falls looks for Olivia Remmert. And 7-0.
This kind of match can be very difficult to play, mostly because what it is you're seeing is very unconventional. Defensively, you're not going to see an offense that's going to come at you, so they're not going to be blocking the same. Your positioning just becomes different, and it's not something you really practice for.
Free ball hit by the Warriors. Mahi setting it up, and Remmert, another kill. 8-0. Tigers couldn't ask for a better beginning. Nielsen, 5', 5" junior, DS or defensive specialist, has a double hit called on the Warriors. Tigers on top, 9-0. And right now the Warriors not giving much of a fight.
No, it's a long night for both teams. Unlike Saturdays when you go to a tournament and you play, you get a little bit of a break, you play, get a break. There haven't been those breaks tonight, and plus they went to school today.
Nohea Mahi with the back set. Wedgbury puts it down, 10-0. Wash got beat by Xavier in their first match, and I believe they went to 3 sets with Kennedy. I didn't hear who won the match. Washington did pull out the victory, I'm being told, so might be a little bit of emotional letdown, I would imagine.
That's a big intra-city win for them over a Kennedy team that was ranked not long ago.
Lena Aguilar with the block and the point. 11-0, Cedar Falls. Slaney Nielsen continues to serve as Cedar Falls off to a big-time start. Remmert will just drop it over and falls in between 5 players. That's enough for Coach Martin as he asked for the timeout.
And the other thing about it is it's also hard to maintain the same amount of energy level when you're up 12-0. And you're yelling and hollering after a big point, waving your arms. There's some showmanship that you really don't want to display, and that can take away.
Our match being brought to you by Brad Jacobson, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Brad Jacobson, State Farm is there. Call the original Jake from State Farm at 277-4134 or email Jake at brad@bradjacobson.biz.
The original Jake.
That jingle, like a good neighbor.
That's right.
You know who sang that originally? Who invented that?
Bing Crosby.
Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow.
Who I guess started as a jingle singer.
That's
useless information.
Mark Simpson, ladies and gentlemen.
Might be a question sometime in some game show you're on, Jeremiah. Just remember that. Up, last touched, and Tigers. That was well out of play. And
it's as close as I'm getting to a game show, Mark.
Yeah, Lydia.
Right here.
Lydia Jackson put her hands up and immediately regretted doing that. 13-0. So Tigers already halfway home, ending this first match as we play up to 25.
Well, you got to do what you do and see what you can get out. There's Wash's first point. That's an awful lot of points to string together to start a match, and I almost called it rally scoring. That's showing my age.
Abby Brenton will be serving. Brenton, a senior. And quick set, Remmert puts it down. 2 different speeds right now. Watching this as Cedar Falls.
Yeah, Wash has brought 0 energy to this match. That's a team that has not won much this year. You wonder if they're satisfied with a win over their crosstown rivals or one of them. It doesn't appear as though they're real interested in what's happening here.
15-1 Tigers. How about Kennedy? They're going to go 0-2 so far. Maybe probably 0-3 as they play Xavier. And it's a team that's, again, their gym was damaged in that derecho. Never got a home match this year. You wonder if that's going to be the case for basketball as well for Kennedy.
You know, those old buildings, I just don't know how you repair them in a short amount of time. You know, depending, especially if there's significant structural damage.
We saw that the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders are going to have to put a pause on this season in the United States Hockey League, ending that long rivalry with the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. 15-2.
I believe the Madison Capitals are going dormant for a year also, if I'm not mistaken.
They are. There's more because of COVID-19 restrictions. Good volley going on here. Wedgeberry, center of the court. Back set on the attack, Warriors. Nahea setting it up for Remmert.
You know, one of the things that I think that people appreciate so much about the sport of volleyball and what these girls do is that nearly everybody's played volleyball. And so they go out there and they realize that they can't do any of these things. You know, you take anybody from the stands, there's 1 out of 200 in the stands that can go out and do any single one of these things and do it nearly as well.
16-2.
Oh.
Yeah. Now Remmert really getting a lot of kills here in this first set. Tigers jumped out to a 13-0 lead. It's 17-2. Emmy Wedgeberry. That's the libero, Kira Powers. I thought she was just wearing a white T-shirt. I didn't. She has a pink number, so I just could not read it. Were you like me? Could you?
I could not see it either.
Okay. I thought she was just wearing a white T-shirt.
As did I until you said it.
I'm assuming October, breast cancer awareness. That's why the pink uniforms. Oh, Nahea with a little drop shot. 19-2. Nahea, a sophomore. Good picture of her. It's her and her older sister, Halea, kind of alternated throughout the course of the season at Cedar. And Hannah Stelke. Hits it long, out of play.
Yeah, it did look wide. You know, and you could tell that the lines person was a little reluctant because they're getting beat so badly, but that ball was out, and it has no roll whatsoever. For those of you watching.
I mean, that should not happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just the interest level. It's, we want to go home. If you get a chance to watch either of the other replays with Cedar Rapids Xavier or Cedar Rapids Kennedy, there have been a lot of good performances, but we saw Olivia Bronner put on an absolute clinic from the back row. Some digs that she had tonight were just simply unbelievable, and consistently so.
22-2. We were talking off air about how do you get to those? How do you have the reaction to get some of those hits
and the precision? And you know, it's and you're diving forward, and I realize it's practice, but it's also an awful lot of skill and resolve. This might be the fastest volleyball game we'll ever witness, Mark.
23-2. Tigers 2 points away. And Sean Martin, interim coach for Washington, hands in his pocket, looking down at the floor, saying, guys, we need a little effort here. And Stelke with the little drop shot. (23-3). And let's see, serving. This will be Lydia Jackson, junior. Part of this quads. Every school in the Mississippi Valley Conference participating in a quad tonight. Other sites, Linn-Mar, Cedar Rapids Prairie, and Western Dubuque. Tigers make changes. Nicia Smith coming into the front row, and now serving. This will be Sarah Albaugh. Set point. A rare service error made by the Tigers. They've been really strong throughout the course of this quad.
They sure have.
Tigers sweeping Kennedy. Then they got swept by Xavier. Now trying to bounce back with a victory here over Cedar Rapids, Washington. Nope. Alicia Smith. Tough pass to her. She hits the antenna. I wonder what the biggest rally is ever in volleyball.
Length?
You know, yeah, how many points down and coming back to win. There just has to be, you know, all the matches played, some crazy comeback. We won't see it here.
We will not.
Serving into the net are the Warriors, 25-6. Easily, the Tigers take the first set. We'll be back with the second set. Right after this is Tiger Volleyball on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Thanks for watching the Tigers on Cedar Falls Utilities, Channel 15.
Up the middle, Ostrich is free. Give him 6.
We're thankful for customers who choose CFU Cable TV. It's because of you that we can produce high-quality local high school sports.
Oh, what a catch. Wow. Trey Campbell.
This year we know it's especially important to have high school games on TV and online. Because of community support, we're able to provide a full slate of high school sports.
Daniel Hutchins in the open. Gets past the defense and he takes it all the way.
So thanks for being a CFU TV customer, and go Tigers!
Cedar Falls High School Athletics on Cedar Falls Community Television, being brought to you by some of our great sponsors, including Kimball and Beecher Family Dentistry. Get the smile you've always wanted at any of their 6 locations located on Prairie Parkway in Cedar Falls, with additional sites in Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Marshalltown, and Des Moines. Go to KimballandBeecher.com to schedule your appointment today. Get the smile you've always wanted.
Another one of our great sponsors is Signs by Tomorrow. More than a custom sign company, Signs by Tomorrow is your advertising solutions resource. At Signs by Tomorrow, they create affordable, high-impact signs and visual messaging solutions. Find them on McLean Drive in Cedar Falls or at signsbytomorrow.com.
And thank you, Western Home Communities, the Cedar Valley's best of the best choice for older adults. Visit the website today to find out about villa lifestyles or independent living apartments, plus all the amenities they include to make life fun and worry-free. WesternHomeCommunities.org.
For the record, I want to go live there. They got everything.
Well, that's
it's
why.
A community. There's
worry-free.
Everything. That's exactly right.
Well, the Tigers easily win the first set as they cruise past the Warriors, 25-6. As we get ready for this second set. As again, you might want to question the effort by Cedar Rapids, Washington. They just seem to be left all the energy that they had after their 3-set victory over Cedar Rapids Kennedy.
You would never think they just came off a win.
No.
If you had to guess, I would have thought they got drubbed in a 2-set massacre on the other side before they came over, because I have to be honest, it's about as minimal of effort as I've seen out of a team in volleyball, maybe, ever.
And Warriors serving. Nohea Mahi setting it up for Gertis. Mahi looking for Anicia Smith. A drop shot, and the Warriors will take a 1-0 lead. Jocelyn Doyle for the Warriors was able to return the hit by Smith, but immediately grabbed her right arm like, ow.
I did happen to see that.
1-0 lead. Smith, this time a little soft shot. Nobody there. 1-1. Well, we saw
Yeah, Chardon Martin's he's in a difficult position right now, and he's an interim coach of a team that has seen very little success, and he's got a team right now that is expending no effort, and that's difficult.
Back row, Alba. Tigers look for Smith, and Alicia Smith. Showing her skills, 2-1. Tournament time coming up with the regionals. Pairings were just released late last Friday for the 5A schools.
Smith and Smothers take care of that, Stolke. This is very nice.
Olivia Smothers, 5'10" junior. I would just imagine over the last few years how competitive practices have been at Cedar Falls with all the talent that the Tigers have. Double hit by Cedar Falls. Curtis, correction, coming in as the defensive specialist, Olivia Bronner. Is committed to the University of Northern Iowa. As a junior. So Bobby Peterson was going to let talent right in the backyard get away.
Well, tonight was exactly what Coach Peterson saw that she enjoyed. Her positioning is phenomenal.
Very similar to reminds me of Kendall Sorge, played for UNI. So came from Janesville, just kind of that same mental toughness where she's everywhere on the court. 5-2 Tigers. Nohea Mahi. Tigers, nice dig by Alba, and the attack by Wedgbury. Long. 5-3 is our score. There's Jasmine Martin, a sophomore, in the serve. No, that's a good block.
It certainly was.
There's Erica Vesey, the junior, coming out of nowhere. 5-4 is our score.
She came in this year with 3 blocks.
Really?
So if she looks surprised, that's probably why. She's still smiling.
6-4 is our count. It was one of those very surprising good plays, you know. Nielsen, who in a serve in that first set scored the first 13 points serving for the Tigers. So they jumped out to a 13-0 lead and went on to win 25-6. Tigers kind of bunching up. They work it to Remmert. And
well, Mai's expecting somebody else to take that, as she should.
6-5. Coach Johnson wanting the Tigers to end. Playing very well. As Olivia Remmert. Steady night for her.
Or her cousin Katie. Remmert.
Say Olivia. Thank you.
It's all right.
I think I called her that earlier. Overpass, and Easy kill. Should I say Emma Gertis? Okay.
Well, her sister was here tonight, so that would be appropriate.
Ellie Gertis.
Boy, did she have a career here, huh, Mark? Volleyball, basketball.
Yeah. And a tremendous career at Wartburg.
Wartburg, yeah.
She was the two-time American Rivers Conference Player of the Year. Talking about Emma Gertis.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that she's progressed that far already. Seems like she was just playing here. Time flies.
Jocelyn Doyle serving. I don't know what the delay here is, unless it's out of rotation. Jay Grassley talking with Coach Martin.
I think he's talking about the Supreme Court nomination, possibly.
All right, got things squared away. Attack from the 3-meter line by the Tigers. Bronner can't chase that one down. And Warriors hanging around 8-7. Doyle, the junior setter, ready to go. She reared back on that one, but well out of play. Here's Wedgbury, committed to Northwestern College in Orange City. I believe that's the Great Plains Athletic Conference.
If anybody'd know, it'd be you, Mark.
Okay. Big swing, and there's VC again, getting another block. Erica VC proving that wasn't a fluke.
Yeah.
9-8 is our count. Hannah Stelke in. Stelke is a tremendous basketball player for Cedar Rapids, Washington. Is committed to the University of Iowa. Tough shot.
Excellent effort.
Tigers lead by 2, 10-8. Both teams substituting. Coming in to serve for Cedar Falls, Sarah Albaugh. This is part of the Mississippi Valley Conference quad. This is the final match of the night. Intensity isn't quite as what we saw earlier for the Tigers. The slide attempt, and Gertis with the solo block. Eleven to 8 is our count. And Anicia Smith. Tigers showing their weapons. This will be a team that will be tough to get out of the tournament. Cedar Falls coming in ranked number 3 in 5A. But it's not a team like in the past where they can rest on just the talent alone.
No, they are absolutely not. And they're going to have to do it on the defensive side, and we got a chance to see them defensively against Cedar Rapids Kennedy tonight. They were fantastic, and quite honestly, for much of the match against Xavier, they were as well.
Erica VC getting that kill, 12 to 9. Maya Messenger, freshman with the serve. Block put on by the Warriors.
Well, it's been a much better effort from them in this game.
Yeah. Got steamrolled that first set, 25-6. And playing a little bit with a more pep in their step here
Yeah.
in this second set. Stelke finesses it over the net.
I'm sure the Tigers don't mind, but it would be fun to see Stelke with a setter like Mai, either one. Just see how often they could feed her. She could go right over the top of everything. She seems to have a really awesome demeanor. Oh, that's nice by Smothers. And we've seen Olivia. She's really been effective in the middle for the Tigers.
Junior. So the Tigers looking at her playing a more pivotal role next year for the team. 14-11 after the service error. Jasmine Martin with the serve. Warriors have improved the defense considerably in the second set. And they get the point.
Well, Vessie's become a block machine. Hey, look at her.
Yeah.
She's all of 5'4".
Yeah.
She's coming off the court laughing. She's been terrific. She's going to get some high fives from the bench.
But VC is how they put it. Erica VC, the junior. And she is, he said, coming in only had 3 blocks, and I'm sure she's accumulated that.
She has.
On the second set. So it's 14-12. Watch Matt Johnson talking to his team. And that doesn't seem to be the body language of a coach that's pleased right now. Coach?
Yeah, that's the letdown. And how do you deal with it?
Adam Timmons on the left. Longtime assistant here at Cedar Falls. This is his 10th year. There is Coach Timmons. Other assistant coaches. Abby Perez, she's in her 3rd year, along with we have Morgan Rutherford and Bailey Eplin. High set. Wedgeberry with the attack. Oh, nice block. No Smothers again. The perfect name for a middle. 15-12. Tigers trying to get the sweep here and take 2 out of 3 tonight in this quad after beating Kennedy and then losing to 4A number 1 ranked Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Now, Tiger fans have been spoiled rotten with volleyball. Some might look at the record and say 4 losses. That's 4 losses. That's it. It's not very many in volleyball, especially with the kind of schedule the Tigers play. I think if Laney had a chance to take a look at that one again, she'd let her go.
15-14. These two teams met back on September 15th. It was kind of similar in that 3rd set where the Warriors kind of hung around. Took a lead late before the Tigers were able to come away with the victory.
Yeah. Katie just went right over the top of Olivia Wilkerson there.
Quick set. And Warriors able to return it. Wedgeberry on the slide, able to send it to the back row. Oh, almost dug out. Nice effort by Powers, but Tigers come away with the point. Bronner over to Mahi, and there's Remmert with a big rip. And the Warriors, again, play much better.
It's inexplicable what happened early on, because
they were statues in that first set. That's 17-15. Easy hit for Aguilar, uncontested. Or Gertis, correction. Gertis.
Yep.
18-15 is our count. Wedgeberry, senior, continuing that strong tradition of Cedar Falls volleyball.
Oh, that was outstanding.
Mahi drops it. Powers is there. Powers again with the good dig.
Yeah. Powers has really been active.
Father Kenny would be proud. Here's the serve. And from the outside with the attack, Messenger. (20-15) is our score here on Cedar Falls Community Television. Powers saves it, and now Cedar Falls. The setter, Mahi, with the dump shot played by the Warriors. Remmert from a tough angle, and the ball will not go over the net. This is Abby Brenton in the serve, senior. And Brenton coming in, looks pretty disappointed about that. Let's see if Alba can finish it off for the Tigers, just needing 4 points. Come away with the sweep. And timeout taken by Cedar Rapids, Washington, 22-16.
Yeah, there's no quit in Coach Martin, so.
The Mississippi Valley Conference quadrangulars taking place tonight. We looked at the action going on this evening. This is court 1. Tigers beating Kennedy 25-11, 25-11. And then losing to Cedar Rapids Xavier 25-20, 25-19. And they won this first set 25-6. Sarah Alba, good multi-sport athlete for the Tigers. High set. That's a tough angle.
Yeah, it sure was.
Boy, cutting that in and getting the point is Messenger, the freshman. And the Warriors again. They came away with the victory over their rival Kennedy. So they have to feel good about themselves picking up the victory. Stelke. Oh, B9. Gertis. Ryan Ludman 5'2" senior. Ludman able to knock it across, and Warriors somehow able to return it. Didn't get much on it with Smothers. Scrambling, and the Warriors again return it. Improvising in the air is Mahi to return that. Good volley. Artistically not the best volley, but it was still a long, hard-fought one.
That it was. Wasn't exactly conventional.
And now we are at match point. 24-17. Stelke, drop shot. Tigers. Smith bumps it. Their back turned to the net. High set. Smith will end it with the kill. And Cedar Falls will win 2-0 over the Warriors of Cedar Rapids, Washington. It's the Tigers now 25-4 on the year. They win 2 out of the 3 matches they were involved with tonight here at this Mississippi Valley Conference quad. So some good action by the Tigers, and I'm sure Coach Johnson will come away with this with feeling good about it, the way his team's playing right now.
I would imagine. We saw the effort really through the first 2, and of course against Wash it didn't take what it takes to win against a lot of teams, but there were a lot of really good things that happened earlier, and of course they held serve against Wash.
So Cedar Falls with the victory over the Warriors. Again, they win 2 out of 3, and hope you enjoyed it. Great job by our Cedar Falls Community Television crew. Doing a terrific job during this quad tonight. Thank you to Jeremiah Longnecker. I'm Mark Simpson, and you've been watching Tiger Volleyball on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Thanks for watching the Tigers on Cedar Falls Utilities, Channel 15.
The middle, Ostrich is free. Give him 6.
We're thankful for customers who choose CFU Cable TV. It's because of you that we can produce high-quality local high school sports.
Oh, what a catch. Wow. Trey Campbell.
This year we know it's especially important to have high school games on TV and online. Because of community support, we're able to provide a full slate of high school sports.
Daniel Hutchins in the open. Gets past the defense and he takes it all the way.
So thanks for being a CFU TV customer, and go Tigers.